All right, out here, this is on Purple Martin. I believe the name of this unit is called Hibiscus 1. This is on Purple Martin in Punta Gorda, right off of Akia Sta. What the customer has requested, this will be going to Larry Karen. I believe he's the head of the HOA or whatever. They are interested in doing a revamp of the railing on the project, not the plaster railing like you see on the upstairs, but all of the metal railing. Right now there's kind of a combination of mechanical and welded aluminum railing out here. They're having a lot of issues with flaking paint. There used to be a gate right here in the front. They like the look of the railing on the edges, so we will factor in for two pieces of 2.5, so 3-foot railing on each side, but no gates. Now they're looking at possibly doing repainting versus replacement. I'm definitely going to push for replacement. Everything out here is core drilled, however, so we must make sure we factor in for additional time and labor involved with that. Approaching the front, there's 4 pieces of stair railing coming down around the fountain. Each one of them is approximately 6 feet. There's one that's like 5.5, one that's 7, so we're just going to call all of them 6 feet on those. Coming over to this side over here, we have the one section, or I should say 2 sections, one stairwell. Each of these is 7 feet here, so that's 7 times 2. You can see everything is core drilled in, so we're going to need to make sure that we factor in for grinding those out, re-core drilling out the old. Now we have mechanical railing in the stairwell. Over here, real similar to how Mike Nitriba did the Accent Construction project. We have 9 feet going up each side, and then 9 feet going up each side with a 1-foot joiner there in the middle. So this is mimicked identically on the other side in the front, which I'll head down to now. So as you can see, none of this is core drilled in this area. This is all mechanical railing. It is welded though, that's odd. Anyways, so like I said, none of the plaster railing is being touched at all unless we are detaching from anything. Here, as we get to the end, we have a 6-foot grab rail and then a 9-foot section of railing that comes from here and goes that way. There's this little 1-foot piece here. We then have a section of grab rail that runs 22 feet down the ramp. On the middle, we have a 17-foot section of railing with grab railing on both sides. There. Coming down here, sitting atop this block wall, we have this little 2-foot high section of railing. That's going to run 16 feet with a grab rail on the inside. That does it for, oh sorry, there is, nope, that is it for railing in the front. Now, as we approach the rear of the property, we've got a 5-foot wide gate here in the middle of the corridor. We then have 24-foot runs running down both sides, and then sitting on top of the plaster, so the plaster stays. This piece will have to be replaced so that we can obtain our required 48-inch height. So those are going to be 4 foot each, 24-foot running down both sides with grab rail and a 5-foot gate in the middle. As we come back to the pool area, we have 38 feet left to right, 24 feet front to back, and then we have 3 individual sections, not 3 stairs, or not 3 staircases, but 3 individual pieces of railing on that side and 4 pieces on that side. Each of those will be factored in at 6 feet because it's about 2.5 plus 2.5, but they are on stairs. Now, it's hard to see, but beyond the pool deck, past the grass, at the edge of the property line, there is a barrier that goes from the seawall all the way out to the parking lot in the front. That section is 95 plus 35, 125 feet long with a 10-foot return section. Those pieces are all just put into the ground. I'm sure that they just had some holes dug and then filled in with concrete. But as we get down there, I'll show you those. Again, those are all around bushes and shrubs, making it harder to do any type of repair work or painting or anything like that. Replacement is definitely going to be the way to go on this. It's going to be high labor intensive cost because of not only the amount of work that's required, but more importantly, the amount of time this is going to take, and the fact that we're going to have to basically tie up a skilled crew for probably a solid week on all of this. But as you can see, the railing along the side runs from there all the way down to the water.